am Cajun Wise Guy off the P roll from the Bayou Shoutcast, along with Force, our expert cameraman. Tonight, we're going to be seeing the Misfits versus War. And I think this is going to be a difficult battle for the Misfits. Warp has some firepower. You're looking at Twoism, I'm looking at Leaf Green, looking at those two players to kind of do the bulk of the damage, but Strat, Prime, they're real good, solid players, and at any point they can kind of step up and carry the torch if need be. Let's go over to the Misfits. Barely Missed, Garthic, Trixie, Miles. Garth, going to be looking for him. Stepping up big player, Miles is going to be second in command. Barely and Trixie are going to be there to play support roles. Right now, currently we're just doing the map selection. Let's see here, who called what? Looks like Misfits called heads, came up heads, so Misfits are picking. Tonight's the only match that we have on the docket. Tomorrow night we do have CBK versus DIK. And let's see what else we got on the calendar here. Looking at the events, again, ebattlegrounds.com. So yeah, the only one on Saturday is DIK versus CBK, and Sunday, Super Bowl. Here in the States, we're going to have EA versus Time Bomb and IV. I'm not sure which one IV is versus EXF. It's going to be a late game, 10 o'clock Central Time. Just looking here. The Misfits are picking Evolution. Force, I can't agree with that. I can't. That's kind of an odd pick for the Misfits.
Yeah, definitely. They did pull off a pretty good, strong map evolution in their last match they had. Maybe they're looking for that for another go.
And on the other side, Warp, feeling confident. They racking up overkill. So we're going to have Evolution up to bat, Overkill on deck. Let's see what we're going to be going to in the hole here.
Vote now.
Eviscerated is going to be the third and final map. Evolution, small tight map, favors aim-based teams, and Warp, I'm just looking at Warp, I think they have the aim advantage here, so going to be wanting to dominate the top spot. The Misfits, one of the things they're going to have to do, I think, they're going to have to realize really quickly who's damaging them, try and coordinate their fire, because most of the time any one-on-one matchup is not going to be in the Misfits' favor, so they're going to need to get their partner over there quick. Positioning is going to be key for the Misfits, more critical than Warp, because Warp's got that aim advantage. They can kind of power through a little of those things. So The Misfits, their support guys are just gonna have to stay a little bit out of the sight, out of mind. All right, here we go.
Definitely picking this map, you would think they have a game plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with Warp Primetime.
Round begins.
I'm following Tuism. I expect him to be a big contributor here. Arctic down.
Oh, looks like Misfit's gonna pull the first round.
Yes.
Round begins.
Green, I saw not a lot of input from him, so good job, Misfit. It's kind of fun when you're pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Trixie taking care of business up top.
I'm gonna get kicked here.
As always, being a little too aggressive with the tab key.
Yeah, it's actually that's what it was.
And now following Strat with Warp here as he tries to control one of the top deck, moving down the middle, coming across the bounce pad. Doing damage along, but really no kill shots. Trixie going down from him from Strat, so down to 2-on-2. Barthic is left.
Blue wins the round.
Damage is fairly even on the Misfits side. Trixie's leading at 1.1 damage, and Prime on the other side 1.5k. So we've got some players I wasn't expecting to be at the top, but this map's a little chaotic in that if you're at the right place at the right time, you can easily pick up a rocket shot. Yeah, if you fire a rocket, you can pick up kind of a 2-for-1 damage.
Warp's gonna go ahead and take a 2-lead advantage on the first map. 3-1.
Yeah.
2-1.
Force, this might be a good map to try try going third person. You bring the camera up above the map, kind of look down. You're gonna see a lot of the players positioning as they are.
Round begins in 3.
Oh yeah, I see a lot of blue all hanging. I see a lot of tension in that far right corner.
Right. This is the kind of the view you miss if you're really, structured on strictly first-person view. But you can kind of see where the Misfits were clustered on that one side, and they, just firepower poured in on them.
Round
Warp's
begins
playing pretty comfortably here.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1.
We knew the Misfits were going to have a difficult time here. They surprised us with that first win. I thought, wow, okay, they've got something. They picked this for a reason. But after that first initial success, man, it's been all Warp all the time.
Blue wins the round.
Surprisingly rocket heavy.
Round begins.
I'm not sure if they're just not confident in their rails or their LGs,
1.
but this map usually is more of an instant hit weapon map. It's really quick. Yeah, you can get some rocket shots in, great, but rail, LG, tight corners. And sure enough, looking on Prime, what is he shooting? 44 LG. Tuism, what is he shooting? 54 rail.
Red wins the round.
55 rail. We got no big railers on the Misfits side. Let's take a look at their stats.
Round.
We have
26%.
47.
3, 2,
Cards with
1.
47. Trixie with the 39 rail, but I don't know. I just don't see him using them all that much. I'm not seeing a lot of rail trails out there.
Impressive. Blue wins the round. Round begins.
It's a quick
in
7-2.
3, 2,
Very
1.
quick. And that is this map. It plays quick. There's no way to draw it out to a 2-minute round. You know, it's go time from the from fight.
Impressive. Blue wins the round.
Two isn't. He's just playing too calmly. They're not really coming after him.
No.
Round begins. 3, 2, 1.
I mean, Strat is still 200, 100.
Excellent.
I'm not yeah. Took no fire at all. Just kind of stood around the bounce
Round
pad and
begins in
doled out some
3,
damage.
2, 1.
I think if any mistake the Misfits are making is when they get on those upper ledges with their teammates, they tend to cluster next to each other. Wouldn't be the first time I've seen a rocket kind of come in and get double damage. 10-2, Warp coming out on top here. Heavy player was Prime Time. Give him the MVP award. I think he finished with 42 LG and a 52 rail. Pretty strong showing.
Looks like Misfit's gonna make a sub here.
And again, I believe the second map is Overkill. This is not the map that we're going to play. Jalapeno. Subbing in. Now, Jalapeno is a little bit stronger player than Barely, so this is a good sub.
Vote now. Vote passed.
Alright, Overkill. Common map.
Yeah, I think this will be a little bit more interesting to observe here because the other one was so fast and brutal. Not a lot of time, went by very quickly. And we got a new player on the Misfits, Jalapeno. Skilled player, so he's going to bring solid impact to the Misfits. Whether it's going to be enough to swing more than 2 rounds, not sure. Warp is pretty much ready to go. All players are ready to go. Ron Bronson. Well, if Ron comes in, who's coming out? Garth.
Looks like Garth's gonna come out.
Alright, well this is a substantially upgraded Misfits. You get Ron in, you get Jalapeno in. You know, you almost increase your firepower by 30% there. So whether Warp is aware of that, I'm not sure.
Impressive.
Because they may have gone, they're playing Evolution, hey, this is Misfits pick. We kind of walk through them 10-2, maybe a little overconfidence. Right now the Misfits kind of coordinating their 2 subbed-in players.
Impressive.
Either way, believe this match will be much more competitive than the first one. Whether that shows in the round count, I do not know. But I think on the damage output, it's going to be fairly close.
Prepare your team.
Alright, here we go. Map 2 of a week 3 matchup.
Alright, I'm going third person up top.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Misfits strong mid-deck right now with Jalapeno. Misfits off to a strong start. One warp player left.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
He did a great deal of damage there for his team.
Accuracy.
I don't know, is the Misfits saying, yeah, we're here to play now.
Round
Saying
begins
psych
in
on the first one.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
Trixie getting a little outmaneuvered up top. Unable to sustain the damage. He's taken down right now, prime time. Doing the damage.
2 waves. Blue wins the round. Accuracy.
Warp finishes with 2 players, so wasn't a clean
Round
victory, but
begins in 3, 2, 1.
Leaf gets kicked off, 2 more players down, coming back up. Again, Misfits kind of retreating to the mid-deck, which is solid showing. You don't want Ron Bronson dumps himself into the pit. That's gotta hurt. Unfortunately, the Misfits, even with the added firepower, don't have a lot of, there's not a lot of extra room for error here, so those little mistakes, like Trixie getting a little outmaneuvered on top, Ron dumping himself into the pit, you're not getting a lot of damage production out of those players, and, you know, they're, even with those mistakes, the Misfits are taking this down to a, you know, 1-on-2, 2-on-2, so if they can hook up,
Oh, he's going to fall into the pit.
get all 4 players, they can get all 4 players going, Misfits could do, they could pull, they could make Warp work for it.
Oh, Leaf's going to get the last shot.
78 health, he was also railable. Again, not walking away with the
Round
clean
begins
win there, so
3.
here we go, looking for the Misfits to finally put it all together. No errors, doing damage. Two on 2 right now, 1-on-2. Ron Bronson with 130 health, but Prime at 39, Leaf at 97. Ron can
Blue
pull
wins
off.
the round.
Looks like Greenleaf, he's just going to get a lot of good time shots here.
Yes.
He's not really putting himself in any danger. He's just standing back and you know, letting him have it.
It's kind of that odd axiom. Sometimes to play fast, you just got to slow down a little bit. And I think that's what Leaf is doing. He's not really rushing any of his shots, kind of assessing the situation.
Right.
Accuracy.
There you go. Misfits finally put everything together. Strong round. All 4 players alive.
Round begins in 3, 2.
They know they can do this
1.
now. Mid-deck right now for Ron. Misfits' favorite spot. We got a 3-on-4,
Impressive.
but a couple of the Warp players are fairly low. Got Strat at 68, Prime at 42 health. Miles, sole remaining person here, so
He needs to take his time. He needs to be patient. He's
yes.
got some HP. Oh,
80 less now. Miles hanging around the back portion. And again, Warp doesn't need to go anywhere. They're up 2 players. They can just sit up top. But now
Red wins the round.
It is.
Headshot. Impressive.
tied up.
wow.
Miles
That's
coming
a
through
great shot.
strong.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Right now, Miles working the mid-deck. Misfits going up 4 players to 1. Prime time. Lone standing survivor here.
Red
2
wins
health.
the round.
Misfits taking the lead.
Here we go. They're making a good push now.
Yeah.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Even with the added firepower, I wasn't sure if they could handle Warp, but clearly that's not the case. As long as they can avoid the unforced errors, we'll call it that. So this whole map for the Misfits could come down to, you know, not being calm, being leaf green, being that leaf on the
Ooh, Trixie's not gonna play
Trixie.
around with the plasma gun.
Strat with 22 health, Leaf with 64, both available.
Accuracy.
Leaf again with the
Round begins
teams
in
tied up here.
3,
Going into our 9th round, 4-4. Really not seeing a lot of different strategies. Pretty much just go up to the top, fall mid deck, do your best. Advantage Misfits.
Oh, there we go. Give them another round.
Accuracy.
5 to 4.
Accuracy.
Misfits.
5-4.
Round begins in 3, 2.
For those that joined late, Warp did win the first map on Evolution 10-2. However, that was a different team than what we're seeing right now. Coming into this map, Misfits subbed in 2 players, Ron Robinson and Jalapeno, and changed the whole dynamic.
Combo kill. Round begins in 3,
11th
2,
round, tied up
1.
5-5. Strong showing by Warp so far in this round. They're up 4-2. Jalapeno's the last one left, but he is beefy. Taking out Leaf coming up the pad, still very strong. Strat.
Jalapeno are gonna get a good shotgun kill. 2 of them.
All right, so we're down to 1-on-1, and both players are pretty even. Prime 187.
So he should know now he's not that low.
Well,
After
they're
that
about
round.
equal. 87 to 97. Ah, Pain. Taking a rail there. Down to 17 health. Prime knows it, so he's kind of hanging back there, and he's respecting Pain's rail. Picking the stats, Pain's not really dumping out a highly accurate rail, but seems to get the job done when it needs to be. It's a 34% railgun, but when it counts,
Round
he's
begins
putting the
in
kills down.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Two players left for the Misfits as they desperately try to pull out a 2-round lead. Right now,
They gotta stay together. They gotta work together here. They gotta figure out the team plan. See if they can put another point on the board to pull away even further.
yeah, they're gonna have to get a couple of shots here. Where they're gonna have to rely on Warp kind of making a mistake, but they're up 3 players to 2. They do not need to chase them. And sure enough, we've got Warp kind of setting up where they need to be. 2 of them taking the high ground. Great shot on Ron, though. Two of them kind of going, hey, we're up 3 players to 1 here. Let's get a little aggressive.
Yeah, I'd probably start pushing in. Definitely send a flank to come from the back.
Blue wins the round.
Just like what they did.
Even it up 6-6. Halfway through here, who's leading? I mean, 2 of them is leading with 4.1k of damage prime time, 4.3. Support staff, Leaf Green and Strap with 3.25k of damage respectively. On the Misfit side, Jalapeno, Ron Bronson, 4.1 and 4k of damage. Miles and Trixie, solid contributors, around 3.5 and 3k. So damage-wise, very, very, very close. Reflected in the round score.
1, fight.
2 of them kind of taking himself out, but he jumped back up to mid-deck trying to get some back damage in there, but
Impressive. Red wins the round. Accuracy.
Misfits.
Round
They're
begins.
hanging in there, aren't they?
Possible?
Three,
They're hanging in there. Possible they steal this? Warp's gotta be going. What the heck's going on here? Strong showing by Warp on this
Blue wins
round,
the
though.
round.
With conviction.
Round begins.
Prime time,
in
walking around with a 41 LG.
2,
Yeah.
1.
That's one thing I'd say is the Misfits don't really control the top strong. You know, as soon as they're contested, they fall mid. And they kind of win or lose the round from there.
Excellent.
Right now, it's Trixie 42 health versus 2 of them at a 153. Again, 2 of them is probably going to try and do an exploratory shotgun, machine gun, heavy machine gun, just to find out.
She definitely hurt him.
153 health.
Accuracy.
As he rushes in for the shotgun
Accuracy.
kill. Looks like
All
he's
right,
gonna go
it
up.
is do or die time
Round
again.
begins
Misfits
in
don't do
3,
a solid, strong
2,
job. They don't
1.
stay high. There's a couple players that kind of go up high, but this round really seems disjointed for the Misfits. Yeah. Ron's last one left, 1 on 4, and they're all healthy.
Impressive. Accuracy. Blue
10-7, but
wins.
excellent showing for the Misfits. Jalapeno leading the Misfits. And prime time, again, MVP,
Yeah, it looks like Wart started breathing a little better closer to the end of that map. And they started to shape up, form up as a
Right.
group, stay together, and just get the job
Vote
done.
now.
So,
Vote
right, and at the
pass.
same time, it's like winning the round was making the Misfits nervous. They weren't playing as loose as they were when they were kind of behind a little bit. You could see it up top. They'd go up top, but there'd be two players up top, and maybe one mid, and the other one was just kind of in some odd random position. Really couldn't support their team. And so they'd fight up top. Maybe one guy would fall down to the bottom where they're really not effective. So War won that map by just better top control. Eviscerated.
Yeah, it looks like we see this map just about every match.
It's a fun, dynamic map. It is prone to letting teams kind of do a little bit of an upset. You can start off with kind of a smash mouth style, but once it gets down to the 2-on-2, 1-on-1, it's a real fluid dynamic, chasing each other around this map, and you have to rely on some good rail aim here. Let's see which way they're going to go. Are they going to start off with stairs? Are they going to start off mid? Or are we going to see something a little
Round begins in
off the beaten path here?
2, 1.
Looks like we're big stairs.
Misfits are going to do a lot of damage real early. Jalapeno with just about 500
Round
damage.
begins
Stops at
in
499.
3,
66
2,
rail.
1.
Oh, I'm sorry, rocket.
Man, Jalapeno's just dishing the damage out up top. Nobody knew he was there, and he just kept shooting warp players in the back with that rocket launcher.
Round begins in
Yeah, his 66 rocket went to 85.
Yeah, it's a little hard to miss when you're point blank range. Ron's kind of down at the bottom there.
Blue wins the round. Accuracy.
We're really not getting down to any one-on-one. This is kind of last stand here, do or die at the stairs.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Blue wins the
Yeah, one of the
round.
mistakes I saw Miles make is I made this before on Eviscerated. If you're up top and you're trying to shoot down, don't be
Round
using the rockets.
begins in
Stick with that LG.
2.
If you're at the bottom or you're going to be shooting, you're trying to corner somebody, that's fine. But if they're on the stairs and you're trying to hit them with the rocket launcher, it's a high degree of difficulty. You're going to have to be getting those direct shot hits. It's just most of the time doesn't pan out. And Miles found that out. 2 or 3 rocket shots in a row, whiffed them all.
Red wins the round.
There we go again.
Accuracy.
Misfits maintaining the lead by 1 round.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Tuism kind of working the side there. He stayed on the bottom from the center and did a lot of damage. Came around the side, did a flanking, getting in some good rails. LG.
Blue wins the round.
3-3.
Right now, 3-3. Jalapeno though, dishing out the damage
Round
for the
begins
Misfits.
in
2.7K. The nearest person is Ron at 1.7. Versus you look over on Warp side, a lot even, or a lot more even. 2.3K, 2.0K, 1.7. Everybody's in the fight, so to say.
Impressive.
So the disadvantage for the Misfits is you're going to live and die by Jalapeno, so keep him alive.
Yeah, definitely. I'd keep somebody running with
Round
them. That's for
begins
sure.
in 3.
Somebody to
2,
shoot the guy that he knocks
1.
off, or somebody to shoot the guy he LGs.
Because this is another great map that if you start around, you see they're on the stairs. Watch them pulling up a third-person view, overwatching everything. You can kind of see all the activity. Warp slowly eking out a 2-round lead
3,
here.
2,
Middle.
1.
Everybody's kind of going middle now.
Ooh, they're gonna push Warp back here.
Yeah, but
Prime time, he's gonna
really
get caught up.
disjointed. Trixie's kind of playing all by herself here. Paying for it. You went all out alone and did no damage.
Impressive. Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Top center again for Misfits. Now the teams are kind of separating on initial.
2 rays. Impressive.
You gotta be patient when you're playing like this. You know, don't fall for the random spam. You don't need to be jumping in. And Jalapeno doing a good job of taking them down with the LG. Two on two. Ron Bronson. Leaf though is real beefy at 170 health. Again, playing in his Zen moment. Ooh, Ron Bronson. Missed some golden opportunities there. Just couldn't quite commit or connect with the shots. 23-52. The Misfits need this round.
Oh,
14 health for Green. Oh.
oh wow.
Sucker punched. Death from above.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Those are the rounds that hurt, where you know you could have won that had you just looked up.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the ones you look back on and you go, man, if I just would have took my time.
Took your time, right?
Happens to all of us.
Revenge. Red wins the round.
There you go. Misfits can, again, they're kind of in a crucial point here. They need to get back to
3, 2,
6 to 7.
Fight. Impressive.
Two on two.
Blue wins the round. Revenge. 2 frags in 2 seconds. Excellent. Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Kind of splitting up their stack now. They're going with 2 and a 2 strategy. 2 stairs, 2 center. Not sure if that was by design or... Seems to be working rather.
Yeah, it looks like it worked to their advantage. Oof. As I say that, Jalapeno gets hit by a stray grenade.
Yeah, but Strat is still walking around with 150 health, so. But, wow, Ron with 190. Strat with 150. There you go.
Alright.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight! Accuracy.
Match point here. Final of the night, possibly for Warp.
Round begins.
Misfits
in
desperately trying to hang in there.
2,
Looks like we're all gonna throw down the top.
2 frags in 2 seconds. Excellent.
Ron kind of bumping into his teammate there. Had to eat a lot of plasma, goes down before it. There we go. 10-5. Prime time again, leading Warp to victory. 38% LG, 40 Rail. But solid showing by the Misfits. Really solid showing. Before tonight, me and Forrest were talking, and I was thinking the Misfits were going to pull 7 rounds over all 3 maps. And going to first evolution, they were giving me no reason to say that was going to be wrong, but they swapped in 2 players and really made a game of it. So a couple of rounds could have gone the Misfits' way. I don't know if they would have taken a map, but I could see it going 10-9, 10-8.
It's definitely another good matchup, though. You got to give both teams their props.
Yes. Yes. Warp is, they brought they bring some good talent into the league, and certainly Prime with those stats, he has to be treated with respect. You cannot let a player like him get clear shots on you if at all possible. And they did a good job coordinating. I think the Misfits were a little out of sync at times. You could see it, but whereas Warp kind of played a little tighter, coordinated a little bit better for the most part. So, but either way, I thought Misfits were an underdog, yes, more than what they were, but they really showed that it wasn't as bad of an underdog as I thought it was. So hats off to the Misfits. Congratulations, Warp. Everyone, enjoy Mardi Gras this week. And again,
Yeah.
Force, thanks for your excellent camera work.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for all the viewers. Make sure y'all stay up to date with our website, ebattlegrounds.com. Get the lowdown on the next events coming up, info. That's pretty much the all information site right there. But we're going to sign off here. This is Force and Wise Guy. Thank you, everybody, for watching and sticking it out with us.